Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Winning Edge Sports Podcast, episode 12. I'm your host, Ben Black, and once again, I'm joined by Aiden. How are you today?
Yeah, good. Yourself?
Yeah, doing very well, doing very well. So we're finally here, last round of the AFL season. Today's episode's a little bit different. We don't have Pat alongside us. He decided to be a bit busy today, but normally we get kick off with a round of football, and because we decided because it's the last round, we may as well talk about majority football and all the other news relating to football. Paralympics start on the 28th of August, and everyone who has watched our previous podcast, Cole Pearce, who was on our one of our episodes, will be representing Australia in the swimming. So all the best with Cole.
Yep, couldn't say anymore. And it'll be on TV as well, so it's ready to
Correct.
air. Yeah. So round 23, second last round,
Yeah.
started with under the roof at Marvel, Essendon vs Sydney. I thought going in it might be a closer game than it came, but Essendon ended up losing by 39 points, and then the Swans ended up clinching first place. And I don't think, just depending on no matter how they go this weekend, they're still first regardless. I think that's
Yeah.
correct.
Yes, correct.
Um, yes. Nick Martin for the Bombers had 32 disposals and 3 goals, but couldn't lift his Bombers over. But also Callum Mills with a cheeky 26 disposals for the Swans.
Hmm.
And then Eric Golden doing Eric Golden things, getting 25 touches. But yeah, Isaac Heaney might have been the best player for the Swans. Had 3 goals, 22 disposals, 10 marks. Sorry, not 10 marks. 6 marks, 2 tackles. Like he was more influential than
Hmm.
the most influential player. And then 7 score goals. Like, that's crazy. Like, for a guy that probably would have won the Brownlow if he hadn't got suspended, I reckon.
Hmm. It's definitely
But
been on that like obviously they've
because
had a
he
bit
was
of a
playing so well
shaky.
before that.
Correct.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the whole like I'm yeah, it'll be interesting how Sydney go in the finals because obviously they haven't had the best of run in the last month. So do you
Mm,
still have trust in them that they can still take it the
I
whole way?
do. I know they beat the Bombers and they just got over your Magpies the week before, but I think they're peaking at the right time. Like you don't want to be. Like when I first started talking to you guys about it, I thought this one would peak too early and then go out in straight sets. But I think they're
Mm,
turning their form back around.
mm,
Chad Warner being back this week definitely helps them. I think and another midfield guy like Chad Warner helps them. But yeah,
yeah. And then if
that
we
first
go
week of
to
finals.
yes, correct. And if we go to Saturday, obviously Gold Coast losing their second home game this year to Melbourne. Ed Langton, 37 disposals. Noah Anderson was one of the best for the Suns with 33. Daniel Turner, yeah, finally, I think because obviously Melbourne haven't had really had much of a forward line this year, he definitely stood up with 4 goals. Um, and then Jack Viney, all the talk during the week that he wouldn't be at Melbourne this year ended up proving a lot of people wrong with his best on ground performance.
I reckon it was all a PR stunt to get him more money. But anyway,
Yeah.
but, but according to Pat, he had 510 score
Yeah.
involvements on
Yeah.
our notes.
Well,
But
yeah. That was a bit interesting when reading that Pat decided to write 510 score involvements. I was like, there wasn't even enough scores to generate a 510.
510. But anyway, I thought he was really classy. Like I watched a bit of that game. I thought he shut the Cricks down and stood up when there was no Petrarca, no
Mm,
Brayshaw, and no Oliver as well. I don't think Oliver played
yeah.
the game. So yeah, he's one
Yeah.
of their best players.
Yeah.
The Giants took a close win over the Fremantle Dockers. It felt like a final game, 9 points. Brayshaw with 41 disposals, doing Brayshaw things. T Green with 40 disposals, and no, I'm not talking about Tom Green, 40 disposals. But Jesse Hogan
Don't think
continues
Toby
his.
would have 40 disposals.
I mean, maybe when he was younger, but not
Yeah.
in AFL level. But
No.
he never. He might prove us wrong. He might get 40 touches this weekend, just prove Ben.
It would just be
But
like, yeah, we better shut up.
Hogan kicked 6 goals, had 10 scoring shots that he missed 4 behinds. But
Mm,
I think he's got that common locked up, which we'll talk about later. But
yeah.
we didn't have a best on ground until late this morning. I think Brett Daniels 3 goals, 29 disposals. 11 score involvements, not 110, but 11. But well, when you're having 11 scoring involvements and then two goal assists, like that's you've generated 5 goals. He's kicked 3 goals himself and then two
Mm.
goal assists
As
and then
well as those
13
13
tackles.
tackles. Yeah.
Like yeah, that's crazy for a small forward. Like that's what the job is. But 13 tackles, I reckon he might be one of the best small forwards.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he's the best, but the best probably this season. Yes, he'll probably make the All Australian. But
Mm.
13 tackles is insane. Like that's just a lot of pressure.
Definitely. And
Um,
then Collingwood ended up getting the grand final. Well, we've beaten Brisbane twice this year. Obviously, Um, Josh Dunkley had 27 disposals for Brisbane. Joe Danaher looked pretty well. He was going to take the game away from us, but then you had Lockie Schultz been channeling his inner small forwards in Jamie Elliott and being clutch at the very last minute. And
just
then
kick Collingwood with passion.
yeah, and then Nick Dacos had probably he probably changed the game in his second quarter, having I think 14 disposals in that second quarter with those 2 goals. Especially not even getting in the goal of the year nominations, which I was a bit surprised about with his um, burn off tackle against Lockie Neal and stuff. And then um, yeah, for
You know
Collingwood
why
to
he didn't
make
win it, a nomination? Because Schultz made a nomination. Schultz's goal, that clutch goal, was pretty good.
yeah, it was, and then
I don't,
yeah, but for
I
us
don't know
to
if you
make
remember,
the
but yeah,
yeah,
sorry, continue. I was gonna say the
um,
2017 Daniel Rioli goal for the year. I don't know if you remember that one. When he got the handball and he did it. It reminds me of that Schultz kind of goal. I
yeah,
think that's what that goal reminded me of. It's like that moment.
mm. And then like I guess for Collingwood to make the eight, we definitely need to absolutely destroy Melbourne tonight, and we need St Kilda to absolutely rip in the Blues. So, but I'm not
So control
hoping.
what you can control and win tonight, and then
Yeah,
never say never. But I don't.
no.
Yeah, we can touch on that later. But I don't think the Pies make it. Showdown time.
Mm,
Adelaide versus Port. Um, I think that we're talking about the biggest turning point at the Dan Houston bump on Isaac Rankin first. I think
mm,
we should touch on that first. Because but before that, I think the game was really close. Like when Rankin was on, the game felt like it was a typical showdown. It felt like you know all the teams wanted to win, and then as soon as he went down,
yeah,
I think Adelaide's momentum went down with him. Um,
definitely.
Zach Butters 42 disposals, the most ever in the showdown now. Um, he kicked a goal as well. He had
Yeah,
3 shots on goal and missed 2 of them, but 10 score involvement. So he's still, we love our little score involvements.
yeah. I think that's Pat's favorite
But
thing to write down.
yeah, but that's fun. Um,
Yeah,
he had 5 tackles as well. I think it's a wet kind of day as well. Like 5 tackles is still solid for a guy like him.
yeah,
Port, if they want to make the top 2, I think they're going to win on Sunday. But they
yeah,
look good. I think I kind of wrote him off. I think a few weeks ago. I think I said I didn't have much faith in him, but
yeah, definitely.
they play like this, they're going to be hard to stop. But I think people won't. Like, I know Houston wasn't maybe leaving the team at the end of the year, but I think that's a huge loss. Like he's a great distributor of the halfback line and can get a lot of people involved.
Mm,
Kind of like the quarterback, like not a quarterback, but you know what I mean, like the kind of leader at the back line. But
yeah,
I guess the
definitely.
next man will stand up. But my only concern about Port Adelaide is their ruckman children's suite. Like when he goes against up against the Sydney ruck, well, Sydney don't really have a ruck. Oh yeah, Grundy. Never mind. A ruckman like Grundy, guy like Geelong don't have a ruck. But, I mean, Tim English as well. Like, but they don't really have a. I mean, they can get away with Sweet, but Sweet's inexperienced in terms of finals. So
Definitely.
I wonder if he can continue this form. But yeah,
Mm. And then St Kilda had a come from behind win to win by 18 points, 107 to 89. Jack Bowie's was probably one of the best for Geelong with 31, while yeah, Cal Wilkie and Rowan Marshall definitely took the game to Geelong and both had 28 disposals each. And um, Jack Higgins is popping up. Like he pops up irregularly to score goals that you just wouldn't expect Jack Higgins to kick. And then obviously Jack Steele winding back the clock with 27 disposals, 2 goals, 5 clearances, and 10 score involvement. So
yes, the 10
um,
score once again. The stat line at keeps on coming.
Unless it's,
Um,
I'm feeling like it's just Control C, Control V. It's literally,
I think it is. It is. It is. But you know what? You know those Jackie Girls? I look at those boots he got, and I'm wondering. I know those are the ones that I sold him because I look. I won't say where I worked specifically. I might have done it in the past, but I did sell him boots. I don't know if they're the ones that he's been kicked with, but I'll take some credit to that.
we might have to put him on the
Um,
pod and say, did you, did you wear the boots
did you
I
win a
sold?
boots? I got you. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Marshall, I think he's one of those players that he's either really good on a good day and it's really bad on a bad day. But
He is.
tonight, that night, he was good. He was 21, like 21 hit outs a year, not the biggest hit outs, but got around the ground, 28 this was like you said, and a goal. Like he got
Mm,
involved, which was the main thing. I think that's what Sekou fans want more of Marshall.
yeah,
Him to be a
yeah.
presence, not just a big record.
And then Geelong have
Um,
like,
mm.
if they still got West Coast to play this week in Geelong, so they should finish top four.
They'll make the eight, depending on where now it's in their
I would
hands.
laugh if Geelong didn't even make the eight. It would literally be like the biggest karma. It'd be like,
No,
we'll
I don't
fucking
think that's impossible. No, they'll make the
nah.
eight.
But
It's
I think they've
more,
got enough points to
yeah,
secure
they're just
themselves.
ahead. They've just got ahead.
Mm,
But yeah, it was a weird one because what Geelong were up by 6 goals at halftime.
they were.
They only kicked 6 goals for the second half. That's a foot off
Mm,
the foot off the gas. But
yeah,
let's talk about the terrible Sunday games because
yeah, they're a bit of an
um
interesting bunch.
there was an interesting fixturing. But the Dogs got the win at in Marvel. Yep, another Marvel game. 138-42, so that 96 points. I look, I didn't tell you guys this last week on the podcast, but I thought, that the North might have a sneaky chance that they might be the Dogs, but
I
I
thought they
got
were
proven
going to
wrong
show up a
within.
bit more than
I
they
got
did.
I was gonna say, I got proven wrong after quarter time because after quarter time it just went downhill.
Well, I
But
thought North were actually going to like last time they played them. I think Aaron Norton kicked I think 7 or 8 as well, and I thought this time around I thought North had they're a lot better side than they were, and I was like, and then they just went
I just thought it was how I don't know if you remember last year. Dogs played Adelaide or someone in
yeah and
Ballarat, and
lost.
then they lost, and they didn't make finals. So
Yeah,
no, it was Hawthorn. Sorry, it was Hawthorn. I think
yeah,
it was a low level team, which was we were meeting. And I thought, oh no, this might be a game they might give away, which they
yeah,
could do this weekend in Ballarat again. Well, not low level, but they could give away their final spot by Giants.
yeah.
But Chalor, 33 disposals, 7 tackles, 7 score involves. Would you say this is one of his better years? One of
I
close
think
to All
more
Australian?
consistent. I would say more consistent.
Yeah, I feel like he might be All Australian, or he should be in the squad at least.
But yeah,
Um, Fisher had 31 disposals, but how many of those would be those cheap ones off the half back line?
yeah, that's true.
Sam Darcy, our man Sam Darcy, 7 goals, 20 disposals, one clear. Is that a clearance? Is
Clearance.
that what we're going? Yeah, I don't
Still
know
don't
why
know
that
why you
came
add
from.
a clearance stat if he literally is a full forward.
It's one, but it's fun. But yeah, 7 goals and 15 score involved. Like our favorite said, yes, scoring involved. 15 score involved. That's insane. Like I know eight of them would have been his screenshots, but 15 scoring involved. That's insane. Um, he took 6 marks inside 50,
Yeah,
and then he had a great game. He's looking. I think. Well, he's tall for he's like there's no one that's that tall and can move like him. Maybe like Luke
definitely.
Jackson, maybe, but I don't think there's anyone that tall that can play like him.
Yeah.
I want to give a tricky shout to Tristan Sherry. 44 hitouts and a goal in a losing team. That's pretty. He went against a ruckman like Roy Lobb, who's played forever for the last like
Mm.
10 years, I think at least. I know Roy Lobb isn't a true ruckman, but um, Tristan Sherry, I think he could be a smoky All Australian, which we will talk about next
He's
week.
a
But
tackling machine though. He just
well, he's
tackles.
yeah, no, yeah, because you know why? He's got his helmet on. He's not scared of getting hurt. He just goes. Nah, but to fairness,
Boom.
he plays really well. And like I didn't when I got rid of Goldstein at the end of last year, I was a bit concerned. I was like, oh no, this might I don't like I knew Sherry was good, but I didn't think he was gonna be the
Mm.
level he's training to this year.
Yeah,
Um they have a good nucleus of young talent. It's just
they do.
them being consistent.
Yeah.
And Sheasel didn't play this game, so that might have been a factor in my opinion as well that they didn't
True.
have a leader in the back line
Mm.
that could save them. But
Mm.
yeah, Sorry about that, mate.
That
But yeah,
and then so Hawthorn, yeah, they're definitely defying the odds. Obviously today on Sunday they played Richmond, but like they're definitely showing the competition that you do not want to be probably playing Hawthorn in finals.
look,
Absolutely carving up Richmond 131-68. John Newcombe 33 disposals, while Jaden Short had 29 for the Tigers. Jack Gunston winding back the clock with 5 goals. Shea Bolton could have probably played his last home game for Richmond, maybe. Guess that would probably be talked
not
about
last
over.
home game. It's not a home game this week, but anyway, but
But is it their home game though? Or is
it's
it?
Gold Coast. We're playing Gold Coast.
Oh, yeah, true. That's a good point. Uh,
Anyway, we don't talk about that. We move on. It wasn't even our home game last week. It was Crawford's home game last week, so it wasn't even our home game.
I wouldn't be surprised if you win against the Suns this week, considering their
Yeah, but if we win, we
form.
might not win the number one pick.
Yeah,
So
no, that's the thing. It's like, do you want to win or do you want to not?
wait, let me
Um,
look at. Yeah, the percentages are close. I don't think we want to win this game.
you're tanking it.
Well, Hawthorn played
Um,
off Melbourne, and we would expect Hawthorn to smash off Melbourne. But
yeah,
oh, okay, maybe a close game, maybe a draw. A draw would be still we would still be below North Melbourne, so that's fine.
yeah.
But
Tip the
um,
draw.
hit the draw basically is what I'm saying. But you know,
Yeah,
I thought we were on. We scored the first goal, and I thought, good, we look good. And then I went to go start work, and I didn't see any of the rest of it. And then I looked
yeah,
at the scores at quarter time, and I'm like, what happened? We scored the first goal, and then we did nothing after that. But
definitely. Yeah,
Dylan
and
Moore 2 goals as well. Like that was
yeah, they just all look connected. I think at Hawthorn, like they just everyone does their bit, and
yeah,
yeah,
happy team in Hawthorn, would you say?
aware up to it
No,
all.
yeah, exactly. Um, and then the third disastrous Sunday game,
Which I
Carlton played.
was really like, I was talking to one of my mates. I was like, West Coast are going to win this game. Carlton have no one. They still have no one in
Well,
their
not
team. They still
one.
lose.
I don't. I don't. I'm not. I'm not furious. Everyone said they had a VFL team, but yeah, sure, their forward line is depleted, but they've still got Cripps in their team. They've still
Yeah,
got Walsh.
damn Walsh.
Like, yeah, yeah. I meant Patrick Cripps, not Jamie Cripps, but just Fox Footy, get your graphics right. But
Oh yeah, I saw that.
that,
That's
that,
embarrassing.
that's
Like
a
his
cheeky
last
slide
game.
by. Yeah,
Uh, it's
imagine
like
that.
you're in
That's
the
a,
computer. It's like load up trips. It's like, oh, wrong one.
yeah. But I wasn't like other people thinking that it was West Coast's game to lose. Like West Coast is still a young team. Yeah, should have had maybe more experience on some players, but like if Carlton wanted to be taken seriously, they had to win those games though. Like I know
Mm,
people will say, "Oh, they had injuries, they lost," but you still had Cripps, you still had a back line that could defend.
mm,
It's the forward line might have been a VFL esque team, but they still had those forward lines that I thought I could do well with.
yeah,
Um, Paddy Cripps and George Hewitt both with 35 disposals. That's insane in itself. But
mm,
um, Elliot Yeo had 28 for the West Coast, but I'm assuming some of those would be those backline stats when the ball's in the, you know how I feel about
yeah.
those backline stats. Um,
So you're saying like, a few years ago when Nick Dacos racked up 40 against Adelaide and kicked two, let's say
no, but you know what I
15
mean though.
were
Like
kickouts. So that really
but you
means he
but
only had 25.
but you know what I mean though. Like the ones
Yes,
that when
yeah,
we talk about the losing team, when the losing team has 28 disposals, they're normally the halfbacks. That's all I'm gonna say. Like when I'm going through the list, I'm thinking, well, you what? We went. I'll go to the last game. Jaden Short had what 29. How many of those
yeah,
would be on the halfback line? That are in his
true.
defensive like disposals are disposals, and I'm not saying they're not, but it's just more how many of them are like what's the word?
Kiwis.
Not cheapies, but more not the 1%ers, like the ones that you actually win or when you're going forward, like
Mm.
you're making a difference to getting it back
Yeah,
like the
definitely.
Geelong old style. But
Mm.
Cripps 10 clearances, 12. I don't know what 12 is. I think it's 12 scoring problems by the sounds of things. Um,
Mm.
but Cripps winning the Brownlow, you reckon?
Well, I guess that's the talking point we'll have to talk about later, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was 12 scoring balls for Cripps. Sorry. And then the Blues are into 8 at the moment. But like we said before, if they lose
they've got St Kilda this
this
week,
week,
so
that's a danger game, in my opinion. Because if
If they
Fremantle
lose to,
beat who did
yeah,
yeah,
Fremantle
so
beat
Free
Port Adelaide, they're out of the eight.
sorry everyone, I didn't want me to cough. I was trying to mute myself before that, but that's but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting round of footy that last round. But that Sunday fixturing was a terrible fixturing
It
day.
was. Okay, so we go through the retirements over the last few days. So we're
Yes.
speaking on Friday, the 23rd. So who knows who else will be retiring? But Dyson
As we speak, there might
Hempel,
be someone.
yeah, Dyson Hempel retired. Um, yeah, we may as
I
well
want to touch on that one
briefly
quickly.
speak on most of them.
Yeah.
So Dyson Hempel, he definitely went through the tough times with the Bombers.
Yeah,
Uh,
you know, surged him from that drug saga that 2016 year when he had no one basically.
mm,
Um, I don't know if you remember when he first started, but his long dreadlocks that he had,
yes,
Rising Star as well, 2011. He was a little skinny boy. I remember he was running around a half. He was great. Like he still is great, but like he was
yeah.
really good as a young kid, and he just made those bombers look good.
Mm.
Um, Zach
And
Tui,
then
the Irishman.
Zach Tui, I still remember him playing for the Blues,
Mm-hmm.
like when he first started, and then obviously his match-winning goal against Melbourne at GMHBA, I think it was 2020 or something.
Yeah, he would be the
Um,
longest Irish serving player yeah, now.
I
He took
think
over Jim Steins
Jim Starnes, I think,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah, I think
I
so,
think he
yeah,
might have taken over Jim Steins last year because there was like a little ceremony for him, and Jim Steins' son came down, and that's a different
yeah.
topic. But
Ben Brown, wow, the guy takes a run at
yeah.
the length of the MCG.
They had to do Macazad for it too. That's what I mean. You know what? I think Ben Brown, but you know what? He was a good player for North. He won a Coleman twice. I think I could be wrong.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Hugh
we can
Greenwood,
remove his run up
yeah. Hugh Greenwood played at three clubs, Gold Coast, Adelaide, and North Melbourne.
more
So,
notably Adelaide. I would say
pardon?
more notably at Adelaide. I think his best was
Yeah,
when he was at Adelaide. You know what? He might move to basketball.
yeah.
He might
Um,
go back to that background.
and then Liam Shields, three-time premiership player at Hawthorn before spending his last few years at North Melbourne. Um, and then Dylan Grimes, three-time premiership player at Richmond.
Yes,
Definitely
co-captain.
uh, went through his fair share of like concussions and um, like
Hamstrings, everything. I
hamstrings.
think he started in 2010. His first game was
Yeah,
against Buddy Franklin. Believe it or not, there was no Alex Rance back then. Well, there was, but he was injured.
yeah,
He
right.
played his first game against Buddy Franklin, and he gave him a 50-minute penalty, and that's all I remember.
Yeah.
But
And
Dylan
then
Grimes was a good player.
Marlon Pickett, I guess you'd remember him lining up for that
Yes,
goal in 2019. Like it's literally a week before he was playing the VFL Grand Final and then gets called up.
and won best on
Ma-
ground.
Imagine being like, um, getting your
Imagine
day
if he
doing
won
it
a Norm
at,
Smith.
yeah, in
That's
the VFL, yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Like imagine being that sort of player that like you work so hard the whole year and this guy just plays one game and it's in the grand final. It's like whoever got dropped.
Well, no one got dropped. I think Jack Graham got injured that day, from memory.
Oh,
Jack
right.
Graham got injured in the prelim, and there was a spot up for grabs, and Martin took it.
Yeah.
Well, if he
And then
picked it, haha.
and then
Wait, one
Sam
more question.
Naismith. Yeah.
Is Marlon Pickett the best player to wear number 50?
Uh, would you say he's up there with Ben Brown? Because Ben Brown's played
Oh,
number
that's
50.
true. Oh, no, but Marlon Pickett won two grand finals. Ben Brown
Oh,
won
true.
one. Did he
Yeah.
win that one in
Yeah,
21?
he won one in 2021 with Melbourne.
Ben Brown probably had a better career, but
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, continue.
Sam Naismith, like he played for Swans
Yep.
and played for Richmond. Didn't really do a whole like he got injury deprived
He was
through
just
as
injury prone.
yeah.
But if you hear his retirement speech, it's a really emotional one. Like it's about his family. I'm not going to go into detail. I want people to go check it out because it's
Mm,
like what he for the guy for what he went through, like
yeah.
outside of footy, like incredible that he played footy again. But
Yeah.
yeah, tips
And
our favorite time.
yeah, favorite tipping time. I'm looking at my notes here. I'm assuming the bold is Pat's tips and um
Oh, I didn't notice that, but yes, you might be onto something here.
yeah. Okay, Collingwood
Melbourne's
versus Melbourne. Who do you go
well, I
for?
feel like you're gonna say Melbourne, so you don't win. You can win either way, Melbourne or Collingwood. But I reckon your Pies win by 2 goals. I reckon it'll be a close game. I don't think it's gonna be
Yeah.
a blowout.
Yeah, I think Collingwood will win. But yeah, I'm with you. Might be. that much.
I'd be
Geelong and
shocked
West
if it
Coast.
was a blowout.
Yeah, Geelong and West Coast. Geelong should win that.
Geelong should win, but I feel like I'm jumping Geelong. I'm not going to say
Is it
West Coast, but
GMHBA?
no, that's
Uh,
well, no, that doesn't mean much anymore. But because didn't who did knock them for the head a few weeks ago?
Bulldogs, I think they did.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think,
So
yeah.
that's not. But,
Um,
yeah, Geelong. I'll say
Richmond
Geelong.
versus Gold Coast, which I still, as much as it hates me to say, I wouldn't. I think Gold Coast should win, but I just wouldn't be surprised if Richmond do like show up in the last game. But
Well,
they,
yeah, because they're doing the Dusty farewell, they're doing the ground farewell, and the Pickett's last game. I won't be surprised as well, but I'm going to go Gold Coast just.
but that means if you win, North Melbourne gets number one pick. So it's sort of like,
Well, not necessarily. It depends on how much we win by, but yes,
yeah. Um, Hawthorn versus North Melbourne. That should be a Hawthorn win, but I still
that should
reckon
be.
it's at UTAS. So
But both teams play in the city of Tasmania and
yeah,
Hobart, so I don't know. I'm going to go Hawthorn by 5 goals or more, but I'm going to
yeah,
not confidently say that.
yeah. Then Brisbane and Essendon. It should be a Brisbane win. Should. Knowing Essendon, they'll probably just show
Keyword
up
is
and
should. It's keyword is should. But I'm with you. I'm Brisbane, but I'm not confident with that one.
Adelaide versus Sydney.
Sydney
Uh,
by 10 goals plus.
we're
That
not
is
gonna have
my
another
hot take.
Ben Keys moment. Have
I
another.
don't think we're going to have another Ben Keys moment because Sydney are playing most of their like full team. They're not resting anyone. Like like I said, Chad Warner's back. Adelaide don't have what's his face? Who got concussed? Rankin.
No truth, mate. I got the Ashes early.
And no, Josh Uccelli dropped.
Yeah,
That's
he had
true.
to go
Yeah,
to the
that's I,
dentist. I think he had a dentist appointment. That's why he
he was
couldn't play.
he was dropped, but I mean, ready to more than you want into that, but he got dropped.
Yeah,
Look, I feel like the publicity is it's too much. Like, he's just a kid. Like I know what he said about the Port fans not having team, but like, come, it's
yeah.
it's all about fear. But anyway, I'm gonna go this one by a comfortable margin.
Mm. And then the Sunday games are like pick and choose. Like seriously,
I'm
uh,
gonna go to Giants against the Dogs.
it's in Ballarat, so
That's why I'm going with the Giants.
you don't think Bulldogs will knock them over?
I no, and I think the Dogs are at risk of not making the 8 because of it.
Well, I think if Giants do win and St Kilda beat um, Carlton
Well,
and
Carter beats St
Freeman,
Kilda. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm going Giants
Well,
as well.
yeah. Like I'm not convinced it'll be the Giants, but the Giants are playing well.
Yeah.
12:30
Um,
game too. That's a strange time slot, but anyway.
and then yeah, we don't have a whole lot left. And then Carlton versus St Kilda. I think St Kilda will win if they play the way they did against Geelong.
Are you saying that to stir up Pat, or you just being serious?
No, I'm being serious.
Okay, no, well, serious ends to no. Look, I'm not
I
convinced
honestly don't
Kerner is
think
100% fit.
is Kerno playing.
I think Kerner's playing.
Is Mackay?
No. If St Kilda
Yeah,
played the second half like they did against the Geelong, then I'll bet cover. But I'm going to go to Blue by a goal.
yeah. Freo versus then that would make Fremantle versus Port Adelaide a bit of a dead rubber then.
No, wouldn't it be? Because the Dogs are going to be out of the 8 if they lose to the Giants.
True. Yeah, yeah. Who do
Why
you
they
got
couldn't they
there?
do a Sunday like this after the Dockers? I
Yeah.
think the Dockers at home, knowing that, well, they'll know the situations before, they'll know the situation if the Dogs have lost, they'll know that situation at least
They'll be
to
running
know
out
that
by
it's
the
a,
time that Carlton and St Kilda's game will be finished up, I think. So
yeah. So they'll know the situation with the Dogs is Giants, and if the Giants win, then they know they can make it.
yeah.
But yeah,
And then if we sneakily look at the ladder, Sydney, Port. So we'll just might as well do the top eight. There's not really much relevance within the rest of the. Ooh. Sydney, Port Adelaide, Giants, Geelong, Brisbane, Bulldogs, Hawthorn, Carlton, and then Freo would just starts out the eight. So
so yeah, I think that Ferris replace the Dogs, and I think everyone else just moves up the slot. slot.
Mm.
It sounds like I'm at a casino, a slot.
But in saying that though, like
Well, the
I
top
guess
four I would say is locked. Just position wise, it's up in the air.
not. Yeah. Sydney have locked in first and then it's
Oh
up
no,
in the air.
Geelong. Well, Geelong should be.
West Coast.
Brisbane realistically won't make top four, depending on yeah. I'm gonna say the four is locked, not in the order, but the top four is locked.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the common middle, which we did talk about.
I
Um,
think Jesse
Jesse
kicks
Hogan with 67
he'll kick
goals.
five this
Curnow
week,
50.
I think.
Look,
I reckon.
no, I think Jesse needs to kick three. I can't see Curnow kicking 13 goals against.
St Kilda.
Who they play again? Thinking,
St Kilda.
I mean, he could. No, I think, no, I think, no, it's Hogan's won it. It's just a battle between King and Curnow for second, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I think King's playing unless he's injured, but
Mm. And
yeah.
then Brownlow race according to AFL.com. Paddy Cripps on
Not our
30,
Van Lores, yes.
Nick Dacos on 20 on 30, and Lockie Neal on 29. I
Now,
just wouldn't
my
be
question to
surprised.
you.
So if St Kilda win, unlikely Paddy Cripps gets 3 votes. Um, Collingwood win, Nick
And
Dacos could
Nick
still get
Jacobs,
3 votes, and Lockie Neal could back up.
nah. Nick Jacobs gets the
Lockie
2 votes and
and what Lockie Neal racks up three,
the
and then sort of
three,
like
and
a
it's
three-way
a
tie.
freeway tie. Mhm. I want to see a
Yeah,
freeway tie again. I feel like the AFL deserves to see a freeway tie again. I know it's probably not going to happen, but I would like to see that.
yeah,
I don't know. It's
uh,
just something about that's just
yeah. Thank you guys for listening to the Winning Edge Sports podcast. You can listen to this podcast on YouTube and Spotify at the Winning Edge Sports podcast. And yeah, Aiden, I really appreciate the yarn
yep.
this morning. And yeah, thank you. And thanks for listening.